is full of firsts.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Many of those firsts shaped our way of life. For 70 years, KPRC Channel 2 has been proud to be pioneers in shaping television and Houston history.
In a state the size of Texas, I hope everyone can enjoy.
Causing the storms Thursday. Minutes before 9 o'clock, the crew's here telling her.
This is the first time in a long they haven't let it. Send us some of your pictures.
Isn't it good to work for a place that has a sense of history? And indeed it is.
See, taking the president from Spring to College Station, Philippines.
If you have something you'd like Channel 2 Investigates to check out, call the tip line at 713-223-TIPS or email investigates@click2houston.com. From KPRC, this is Channel 2 News at 10.
Right now at 10, a Houston firefighter pinned between two vehicles at the scene of an apartment fire. The latest on his condition and a closer look at the damage that has displaced hundreds of tenants.
Stunts on the South Loop. Dangerous moves by motorcyclists turning heads on a busy afternoon.
And more coyote concerns. It's not just the burbs. Tonight, the local university on alert.
But we begin tonight with breaking news. A Houston firefighter is injured after being hit by a fire truck during a large apartment fire near Hobby Airport, displacing hundreds of residents.
The firefighter was pinned between a fire truck and a district chief's SUV. We have live team coverage for you tonight. We begin with Channel 2 anchor Keith Garvin, live off of Broadway near Belfort, with the newest information on that firefighter injured. Keith?
Dominic, Andy, that injured firefighter was one of dozens of firefighters who responded to the scene earlier this evening. As you can see behind me, things have returned to normal after firefighters knocked down this fire and began their investigation. But as you can imagine, they are certainly keeping their minds on their injured comrade tonight. While fighting a fire at this large apartment complex in southeast Houston, just north of Hobby Airport, firefighters not only had to focus on the flames and people who needed rescue, but on their comrades as well. Several who got separated in the chaos and smoke, and one pinned by a rolling engine.
He is stable, and he is being transported to the medical center.
But not life-threatening?
Not life-threatening, no, sir.
Not life-threatening, but certainly painful and frightening. A source within the department says the firefighter was at the back of this SUV retrieving his air pack and noticed an engine start moving forward. He thought the driver was just moving the engine into a better parking position. He looked back and it not only did not stop, it pinned his legs between the engine and SUV. The firefighter says he yelled out and other firefighters came running and had to move the SUV forward, and the engine itself still was moving forward.
The parking brake either was not engaged or there may have been system failure. That's something that we're going to have to look into.
Two separate Mayday calls went out as well. In both cases, fire crews were separated from each other, but in both cases, they were able to regroup and continue fighting the flames.
There's an extreme level of focus that's stimulated once the firefighters hear a Mayday. And our primary focus at that point is to keep the fire at bay so we can control the incident and rescue our firefighter.
The injured firefighter was transported to the medical center after complaining of thigh pain. He was last listed in stable condition. A source tells us that the air brake on that engine was engaged, so an investigation will have to determine what led to that failure that led to that firefighter being pinned between that engine and that SUV. Reporting live from near Hobby Airport, Keith Garvin, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Thank you, Keith. Channel 2's Marianne Martinez continues our live team coverage now with more on the hundreds of residents who were displaced tonight. Marianne?
Well, Dominique, the Red Cross is still out here helping some of those residents who have been displaced. But the bigger story out here tonight is the power outage due to that fire. There are about 74 units right now. They do not have electricity. And for many of those residents, that means they will have to find another place to sleep tonight.
I heard a lot of screaming, and I just happened to open my patio door.
Seconds later, Ray William was rushed out of his apartment by the Houston Fire Department as a fire burned a few units away from him. The Red Cross says at least a dozen units have fire, smoke, or water damage and are not livable. Some residents lost everything, including furniture. Jessica Tran was among the anxious residents waiting to hear about her apartment. She told us she only cares about saving her most precious items.
My certificate, the paperwork, that's it.
Right.
Yes, this is main thing, and I have a laptop.
The Red Cross responded to the fire, assuring residents displaced tenants would have a place to sleep tonight.
I got heart problems, so I worry more so about that because I know that stuff can be replaced.
Good attitude there despite what happened tonight. Now, the latest information from the American Red Cross is that they are helping the 3 families that were directly impacted by the fire. These are the units that actually had flames. Again, other units around there also affected either by smoke or water damage, or some people seeking shelter because of electricity. And we're told that Centerpoint will be working throughout tonight to restore power to those units. Reporting live, Marianne Martinez, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
Marianne, thank you. New at 10, a wild scene on a Houston freeway this weekend. Take a look as a group of motorcyclists performed dangerous stunts. Channel 2 viewer Fidencio De Leon Jr. shared this video with Channel 2. This happened on the South Loop near Maine Saturday afternoon around 2 o'clock. It's not clear if Houston police were notified. We are told the stunts did cause some minor traffic issues as gawkers slow down for a closer look. Tonight, an animal alert on the campus of Rice University. The school telling students to be on the lookout for coyotes. It's just the most recent in a string of coyote sightings all across the Houston area. Channel 2's Bill Barajas is live at Rice University speaking to students. Bill.
Well, there's been several sightings here, so much so that the university has put out an email. This is it here. It's warning students to be careful and on the lookout. Coyote sightings are being reported in and around the city limits. This video was taken in the Clements Crossing subdivision in Sugar Land. There's been several sightings in the Katy area, but now there's reports of coyotes closer to the heart of the city. Rice University, to be exact.
We're really close to downtown, so I don't know how they got here.
Campus police warning students of the recent sightings in several locations around campus. Nyota Raya, a senior at Rice, admits she's not sure how he would handle an actual encounter.
I would not be prepared at all if it was actually in front of me or something.
The university also given out helpful tips to those on campus during sunrise or sunset, since those are the times of the day coyotes are most active. They say folks should keep pets and children close, never feed the coyotes, and never run away or turn your back on a coyote because it could trigger a coyote's instinct to give chase.
I'd particularly worry for the people walking in the morning with their pets, people with little kids.
Students tell us it comes down to taking precautions.
I choose not to run in the evenings or when it's dark out for various reasons, but knowing that there's coyotes or animals out there is another reason definitely to be careful.
And if you spot a coyote or coyotes on campus, you're asked to get somewhere safe and call the Rice University Police Department, who will then work to have that coyote or coyotes removed. Live from Rice University, Bill Barajas, KPRC, Channel 2 News.
A warning that should be taken seriously, Bill. Thanks so much. In the race for the White House, the Democratic presidential candidates are now focused on the crucial South Carolina primary this Saturday.
Over the weekend, Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders won the Nevada caucuses with 47% of the vote. Former Vice President Joe Biden came in second. Tomorrow, the top 7 candidates face off in another debate. Here's NBC's Casey Hunt.
Tonight, Bernie Sanders moving into striking distance in South Carolina after his huge win in Nevada, where he built a broad coalition, including more than half of Latino Democrats.
We are going to win across the country because the American people are sick and tired of a president who lies all of the time.
Our new NBC News Marist poll shows Sanders now in a strong second-place position behind Joe Biden in South Carolina. The former vice president betting it all on his firewall of support from African-American voters here, where our poll shows Biden still has an edge, though Sanders' support is growing.
Are you going to win here in South Carolina?
Yes.
Take it to the bank?
Yes.
Biden's campaign hoping a key endorsement expected Wednesday from the highest-ranking African-American in Congress, Jim Clyburn, will help, as establishment Democrats are increasingly worried about a Sanders nomination.
Do you think that Bernie Sanders is capable of beating Donald Trump?
I'd like whomever the Democrat is to beat Donald Trump. I don't think he can beat Donald Trump and keep a Democratic Senate, get a Democratic Senate and keep a Democratic House.
Meanwhile, Sanders tonight facing backlash for these comments to 60 Minutes about communist Cuba.
We're very opposed to the authoritarian nature of Cuba. But, you know, it's unfair to simply say everything is bad. You know, when Fidel Castro came into office, you know what he did? He had a massive literacy program.
Billionaire rival Mike Bloomberg writing on Twitter that Castro murdered, quote, thousands of his own people. But sure, Bernie, let's talk about his literacy program.
Bloomberg is looking to rebound from his disastrous performance in the last debate. A top Bloomberg campaign official telling us they hope to make tomorrow night's debate all about Bernie Sanders.
That was Casey Hunt reporting. The Texas primary is 1 week from tomorrow. More than a third of all delegates for the Democratic National Convention will be up for grabs on Super Tuesday. We have posted information about early voting on click2houston.com.
The former men's tennis coach at the University of Texas at Austin has been sentenced to 6 months behind bars for his role in the nationwide college admissions scandal. Michael Center was given the punishment after pleading guilty to taking a $100,000 bribe. Prosecutors say the scheme involved parents who paid to get their kids into top universities. Actress Lori Loughlin is among 15 parents still fighting charges. Actress Felicity Huffman spent 11 days behind bars for her role in the scheme.
The impact of the deadly coronavirus taking its toll on Wall Street. The Dow suffered its worst day in 2 years, losing more than 1,000 points, its third worst point drop in history. Investors worry that the spread of the virus will weaken economic growth worldwide.
A powerful and emotional tribute to a legend. Coming up, a look at the goodbye to Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna, and 7 others who died in a horrific helicopter crash.
All right, tomorrow starts on the cool side, but it warms up nicely. I think you'll like Tuesday, but then get ready for Wednesday. The wind will be here. It's going to be chilly all day long. And then Thursday, that's our possibility of a freeze. I'll go over the timing and the numbers with you straight ahead in weather.
All right, Frank, and the strange place where Harris County deputy constables say this man was hiding with a woman's purse. Next on Channel 2 News at 10.
Ashley Home Store.
New at 10 o'clock tonight, a strange arrest in northwest Harris County. Harris County Precinct 5 deputy constables found 41-year-old Tony Chavis hiding in the trunk of a car Sunday afternoon. Investigators say they pulled over the car right along War Memorial Street in connection to multiple vehicle burglaries. Inside, they found several stolen purses, and in the trunk, they found Chavis hiding and holding on to a purse that investigators say was stolen just that afternoon. Chavis was arrested and was found to have an open warrant out of Austin.
20,000 people came together at Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles for a memorial service that's being called a celebration of life for basketball legend Kobe Bryant. To honor Bryant, the city of Houston lit up bridges over the Southwest Freeway in purple and yellow tonight, the LA Lakers colors. NBC's Gina Kim is at Staples Center tonight with the tributes.
Got my angel now. After opening songs by Beyonce, Kobe Bryant's wife, Vanessa, read a love letter to her, quote, baby girl and soulmate.
They couldn't be on this earth without each other. He had to bring them home to heaven together.
There was plenty of emotion.
He wanted to be the best basketball player that he could be. And as I got to know him, I wanted to be the best big brother that I could be.
But also laughter.
Now he's got me. I'll have to look at another crime meme for the next
as basketball greats celebrated a fellow giant now gone.
Kobe, your heavens MVP. I love you, my man, till we meet again.
On January 26th, Kobe Bryant's helicopter crashed, killing him, his 13-year-old daughter Gianna, and 7 others. Losses felt across the nation and around the world.
May you both rest in peace and have fun in heaven until we meet again one day.
A celebration of lives lived and a remembrance of lives lost.
Kobe Bryant is survived by a lot of women in his life, both of his parents, his sisters, his wife, and 3 daughters. In Los Angeles, Gina Kim, NBC News.
Disgraced Hollywood mogul Harvey Weinstein is in a New York hospital tonight. This after he reportedly started feeling chest pains, having heart palpitations, and high blood pressure on his way to Rikers Island. Weinstein was found guilty earlier today of criminal sexual act and rape. Weinstein is expected to be transferred to the correctional facility once he is released from the hospital.
A man who has dedicated his life to helping find missing people has been recognized for his work. Tim Miller, the founder of Texas EquiSearch, was given the FBI's Community Leadership Award, an award given only to 56 people across the nation every year. Miller spoke about the challenges of running the organization.
I've been discouraged lately. I've been tired lately because, I mean, unfortunately, the world's changed in the last 20 years. It's not like it was back then, and it's not changed for the better.
Since being founded in 2000, Texas EquiSearch has conducted more than 2,000 searches across 46 states.
Now here's consumer investigator Amy Davis with a story you'll see all new tomorrow night at 10.
Channel 2 investigates Houston area nursing homes and how to find one for your loved one.
My mom was totally nude. She was saturated in urine and feces. The whole bed was covered. I just felt like I felt her.
We just had basic questions like how long patients stay in their rooms with no attention from a staff member.
I'm not doing this right now. There's other people there that don't have a voice.
The nursing homes in our area with the worst violations tomorrow night at 10.
Remember, if you have a story for Channel 2 Investigates, please contact the tip line 713-223-TIPS, or you can email investigates@kprc.com.
Slowly but surely, the new Leaning Tower of Dallas falls, but the North Texas building isn't going down without a fight. Refusing to crumble completely during an implosion last week, the core of the building still stands. Today, crews used a 5,600-pound wrecking ball to chip away at the tower, bringing it down bit by bit. The process is expected to take 2 to 3 days.
Not quite Pisa, but it's our version.
It's been all a buzz on social media with that.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
What are the odds for that part just to remain intact?
It's physics, a silly thing.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like it's being thumped by that wrecking ball. Thump,
little by little, you're going down.
All right, when the sun finally showed up today, boy, did it.
Yeah.
Wow,
it
what
was
paintbrush.
Gorgeous. I know, the sunset. Look at some of these I have for you out of spring.
Oh, my goodness.
Luetta Glen Pond, isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
This is just, I love the clouds with this up in Waller. Awesome. This is right from the airport. Victor, he always sends me airport pictures. He works out there. Look at this. Katie's on fire.
Amazing. Stunning
sunset there. More clouds. This is in Brenham. Check this out. And then that's in Magnolia. This one is out in Tomball. And then my last one, just beautiful.
Wow. What a
Psycho
night,
Granny.
Frank.
Colors are something else.
I mean, down in Sargent, it's 640, just enough clearing, just in time. Get a little sunset. Thank you for all of those. All right, pollen count I want to mention because there's an ozone watch tomorrow because of all the sunshine. An oak tree is out of control, and I blog about it. Click to Houston.com/weather because allergy sufferers, we're not only going to get the winds in here, but even though we tried to clear things out with some of the rain, the wind is now going to knock all of those green things off of the oak trees. It's going to be a mess. So be aware if you suffer from pollen allergy due to oak trees because I think we're going to see it especially toward the end of the week. In the meantime, it's clear out there. 57 and calm. Dew point's 52. 62. Down in Galveston, well, there's a shot. There's no fog, huh? 63. Westerly winds at 6. Across the board, generally 50s, some 60s. Hobby, Pearland, 60 at College Station, and we're going to continue to see that dew point way down there in the 40s and 50s. It's fairly calm, so temperatures should make it easily down to around 50. There's that first front that went through with the rain. It's the second front that's going to continue to move in, and that's what's going to bring in not only the cold, but the wind. In between this high and this low, it's really going to be windy on Wednesday. If you're setting up a barbecue tent for the cook-off, that wind is going to be tough. And then cold Thursday morning, and then that high begins to move out of here, and we start to see a nice return flow, so we're back to spring when we get to the weekend. This is tomorrow morning, upper 40s, low 50s. We go into tomorrow afternoon, 72 to 74, certainly a possibility. And then on Wednesday, it's just cold. In the 40s Wednesday morning, in the 50s Wednesday afternoon, 44 to 54. And then as we go into Thursday morning, this is the RPM with 35 at Bush. 31 Cleveland, Conroe 33, 32. It's going to be just a light freeze to maybe 29, 31 in spots. So keep in mind Thursday morning is the day to watch, but it's only that one morning, and then everything begins to warm up nicely. So 72 tomorrow, and then bam, 54 on Wednesday. The rodeo barbecue cook-off will be nice. It's just going to be cold in the morning. Then 68, 70, 72. Parade's great shape. No rain, really, until next Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So a nice dry spell, and pretty much on the warm spell side, too, except it's got that little dip on Thursday morning. And we'll see how that works out. It's still about 3 days away.
All right, Frank, thanks so much.
You betcha.
Randy joining us now. Boy, long day for James Harden in L.A. today and Houston tonight.
Yeah, they wouldn't miss that Kobe Bryant service for anything. They were there in Los Angeles, flew back in time for the basketball game. They made it to the arena about 2 hours before tip-off tonight. Rockets taking on the Knicks. Knicks in town. They're a bad basketball team, but Harden put on another clinic. We'll give you his final numbers in this blowout win straight ahead. And a lot of high school playoff action tonight on the boys and girls side. Who's on their way one step closer to state? We'll show you some highlights straight ahead.
Tonight on NBC.
All right, welcome into the Xfinity Sports Desk tonight. Here's what's happening. Let's start with the Rockets. They've owned the Knicks since 2004. That dominance continued tonight. How about the Rockets? Now 26-3 head-to-head in the past 15 years against New York, and that continues tonight. James Harden began his day in L.A. for Kobe's Celebration of Life service, then flew back at Toyota Center. The travel didn't slow him down one bit. Harden scored 19 of the Rockets' 34 second quarter points, finished with 37 tonight. Ben McLemore added 17. Rockets roll easily. They're now 37-20. They'll host Memphis coming up on Wednesday night. All right, let's get ready now. Some high school action. Boys playoffs tipping off tonight. Shadow Creek and Houston Austin. This one all Shadow Creek. Sean Jones the steal and the slam. Sharks on top early. Then from outside, Ramon Walker dials up the three ball. That one's good. Will Young with another three. Sharks rolling tonight, 73-45 to get their playoff run started. Take it to Sugar Land now. Rich Point taking on Katie Tompkins tonight. The Falcons firing on all cylinders early. Johnny Nash buries the triple. Tompkins up by 8. Rich Point's going to battle right back. Clay Baldwin with the layup. That's good right there. Panthers enforce the turnover. Caleb Hill says, no problem, I'll lay that one in. Tompkins, though, comes away with a win. Great game tonight, 57-53. Girls side, Clear Springs taking on Pearland tonight at Deer Park High School. Second quarter, Chargers up 5. Nyla Brown with the pass to Favor Abanca for the Oilers layup. Third quarter, things heated up. Lily Takoga with the Chargers basket right here. Chargers cruising by 7. Clear Springs went on a run. Peyton Lee with the three ball, and it would go down as well. Chargers beat the Oilers 41-35. They're moving on to the regional tournament. Astros know what's coming this regular season when they hit the road. Fans will be relentless in every city. Today, a little taste of what they're going to see from the vocal Tiger fans out in Lakeland, Florida. A couple hours away from West Palm. Boos and screaming aside, it was all Astros to shut them up. Brian Abreu, 22 years old, trying to win a job. Looked good, struck out 4 of the 6 hitters he faced. Jose Altuve in his spring debut, the big double to left, easily scores Miles Straw to make it 2-1. Despite all the noise, Astros going to win big 11-1. Jose Altuve spoke on pushing past that backlash.
We were focused on playing baseball today. We know that we need to go on the field and get ready and prepare for the coming season, and that's what we are thinking right now. It's always good to have a game to, just start feeling good and get prepared for this season.
All right, last stop on the reel tonight. The next golf scramble I'm in, I think I found my new sandbagger. Let's check it out from the Ole Miss game over the weekend. During a timeout, 84-year-old Mary Ann Wakefield, guys, had the task of dropping a 94-foot putt. Mary Ann with the confidence of Tiger Woods out there. Look at that from one end to the other.
No.
That is directly into the cup. Are you kidding me? 84 years old, she makes it. Look at the fans going crazy. She won a 2020 Nissan Altima.
Oh, I love her.
She was just as shocked as anybody else.
I mean, you're invited to my golf scramble anytime. Good stuff.
She's amazing.
Isn't that good?
Yep.
A powerhouse.
I'd rather be lucky than good.
Thank you. We'll be right back on that note.
At Auto Nation.
Cooler air's on the way.
That's right. Can't wait for that. We'll get ready for it. It's going to be a little chilly tomorrow. Looking for 48 to wake up to. So it's not exactly balmy, but it gets that way once we get into the afternoon. I'm at 72 to 74. I think it'll be a nice one. But then a raw one for Wednesday. Those cook-off folks trying to put those tents up.
Oh, boy. Well,
I know. We're with you.
Day of, they're going to
Go Texan.
Thanks for joining us.
Tonight's show is next. We'll see you tomorrow.